Subscribe to the channel down below and get your very own shout out in the next video. From the developers who have given you about 17 different versions of the same game comes Anthem, an online multiplayer RPG in which you take control of a freelancer who wants the moolah. The main gameplay aspect of the game is that you get into these big mech suits and that allows you to fly about and shoot things like your Iron Man if he was heavily filled with bloodlust. And actually wasn't that special considering there's a bunch of other dudes flying around in similar costumes. As you can see, it works a little bit like an RPG where you shoot something and there's hit markers. I can probably safely assume that there's, you know, skill points that you gain, level ups, things like that. Classic things that are in a lot of games, but something specifically why this particular game is getting quite a lot of recognition is the fact, well, one fact is that it's EA, and usually EA are, you know, quite well known for reusing old ideas, such as a sport, such as guns, you know, racing about. That's theirs, and even living. They've repeated living in games quite a few times, and they managed to get worse as they went along. Another particular special feature of this game that I actually quite like is the fact that there are large beasts that you can fight, which are always quite interesting. The larger the beast, the funner it is to kill. But also, they have suggested there might be something in the game called world-altering terrain occurrences, which I think sound quite similar if you've ever played Battlefield, the modern Battlefield, where you know, those skyscrapers are collapsing all over the place. That's the vibe I get from, you know, world-altering terrain occurrences. I mean, it could just mean rain. It could just mean rain. It probably means rain. Something particularly that sounds good is fully customizable mechs. That's always good. Changing bits about, making it my own. I always like that in a game. And EA has always proved to be quite good with it. I mean, you know, Battlefield, you know, well, depending on which Battlefield you select, they're very good with customizing shit. Also, it does actually give me a little bit of a nostalgic flashback to the time when I played the game adaptation of Avatar, with the big trees, the weird animals. It is quite like that, as well as the combat in particular. It's quite fluid. It's quite smooth. It doesn't really give you the feeling that it's actually a battle. Also, one of my favourite things that I've seen in some of the trailers that they've offered out to the public is that they have TeamSpeak in the game, and it's all quite professional. It's all quite well done. If you ever watch one of the Division playthroughs of trailers and things, it's got very professionalised TeamSpeak. I think that there's a good video. I'll link in the description. I'll post a clip right now. It's of you know, they're really professional in game, but then they show you how it actually is to play a game with people that you don't know. I'd say that it's better when you know people that you do know, but a lot of the time, a lot of people, they play with people who they don't know, and it's usually quite shite. I think it's going to turn out to be an alright game. Not as good as what everyone's hyping it up to be, but definitely a decent game, I'd say. The game is set to release for the 22nd of February 2019, and that is the most of what I can say about Anthem. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe in the thing down below, and tell me your opinion and what you think of Anthem in the comments, and we can talk about that. God, I don't know whether it's going to be good or not. Oh, I hope it's not shit.